The song goes like this.
Hey, I'm Peter Franson from ChristianGeekCentral.com and Spirit Blade Productions. Welcome to Trial and Error, where I play the first part of a game or a game demo, usually do it pretty badly, and give you my thoughts along the way. This time, I'm taking a look at Fallout 4. I'm a big fan of Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. I've really been looking forward to this like so many others, so here I am at 10 o'clock waiting for the clock to count down to 0 so that I can activate my preloaded game on PS4. I'm a huge RPG fan, and I really love open-world RPGs, like so many do. I've definitely got some things that I want to see in this game. I'm very excited about it. Apart from maybe some potential bugs, I have a lot of faith in Bethesda's ability to create the kind of experiences that I want. But I do have some things that I've seen in previews that I'm a little bit unsure if I'm going to enjoy. So I am excited to get into this and just see what it's going to be. Oh my gosh, 1 minute left. 3, 2, 1, activate! Okay, now I need to interject here for a second, let you know. I'm only going to be showing clips from about the first 5 hours of the game, but I'm going to just spoil the crap out of whatever I encounter. So, you don't need me anyway to tell you if you're going to buy this game or not, so go play the first 5 hours, then come and watch my reactions to it so that you don't have anything spoiled. Yeah, you know, I don't think I'm going to do anything with this guy. I think I would just make him look ugly. I'm not a good visual artist. This is kind of the Mass Effect kind of style of dialogue. I like to know exactly the words that are going to come out of my mouth. And sometimes in BioWare games, I can unintentionally cause my character to say something that is directly the opposite of what I would want to say because it's not clear from the options given what words are going to come out of my mouth. So I'm not excited about this, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, this I'm really curious about. I heard they put a boatload of names in this game. I kind of doubt Pater is one of them.
Oh my god.
We need to get to the vault. Now!
I've got Sean. Let's go.
Oh! Whoa! Guess I should have gone the other way. Let's try that again.
Go ahead, honey. I'll take Sean with me.
Oh my gosh. I like the voice acting here and what it's doing atmospherically, his shivering and breathing. It reminds me of the beginning of BioShock and gives you a sense of the intensity of the moment. Now, unlike BioShock, what you're going to see in the world of Fallout, and you know they're not going to change it now, and it's you know not necessarily a criticism, even though it's it's kind of tired and seen all over the place in entertainment now, is the idea that traditional moral values and things like that are outdated, outmoded, naive, or they're taken to an extreme, whereas in BioShock, traditional moral values were thrown away in favor of progression, and then we see how that progression completely runs amok. Oh, another one! Okay, well so far combat on very easy is easy enough for me, and health sources are plentiful. The atmosphere is enough to keep things tense for me, so far I'm happy. Oh my gosh, I'm playing Fallout 4! Yeah... his head is still moving! Why is it moving? Oh, that's disturbing. That is... Whoa! Already it feels a little bit more like a shooter, which might be okay. I just suck at shooters. So far, one of my concerns is definitely being validated in the dialogue choices, and that is that I would like to have more extreme, intense emotional options. I've just suffered incredible loss, and there are a number of ways that you could roleplay a character that's experienced that. I would like to roleplay him this playthrough as extremely angry and vengeful, but I'm not seeing any of that kind of option. He seems to be a fairly stable, kind individual and not overly emotionally distraught. And I feel like that's missing. One of the things that they said in their publicizing of the game and talking about is that you can play any kind of character that you want. And I think what they really should have said is you can make yourself look however you want. But what I'm not seeing here is the ability to play whatever kind of character I want to play. And and I think that that's at least partially the result of the choice to have the protagonist voice acted throughout the entire game. That's an intense feat. All that dialogue for a male and female protagonist. It would be unrealistic to expect them to also record all these different emotional range options. So that's the trade-off, and I'm not sure that it's worth it right now. I'd rather have a range of emotional options and just have to read the text myself. Or better yet, what would really be awesome would be to use the voice recognition technology of newer consoles to let me actually read the dialogue out loud to my TV and have the characters on my game respond to me immediately afterward. That would be awesome. Okay, now I was not among the hardcore that actually bought one of the limited editions with the actual Pip-Boy replica. So I didn't go the hardcore nerd route. I went the dork route and bought a cheap version. This cost me $6, but I wanted to see, what this app would feel like. Alright, so unequip, equip. What I might do is actually, instead of having it on the back of my wrist, I would actually put it on my forearm so that I can kind of play like this and then look down maybe in case I want to do something, or maybe on the side of my arm. That would be ideal. Oh, now that is cool. I can have the map pulled up. That might be the most useful part of the functionality, because I'm not sure that I would really, it does seem just a little bit easier to hit circle and pull this up and kind of cycle through the menu this way. So I'm not sure that I would want to replace my interface with the Pip-Boy in the game with my interface with the Pip-Boy on my iPhone. Now, let's see here. Can I... Oh, I can shoot him. Will he die? Oh, crap! Oh, man! Oh, they're everywhere! They are everywhere. Oh, my gosh! Holy crap! I don't think this dog can be killed. I shot him a ton. And he still loves me, and he's not dead. That's actually really good news. I had to test that because I knew he would get in the crosshairs eventually. Well, one of the reasons I didn't buy the Pip-Boy edition is because as cool an idea as the app for the iPhone is, it wasn't going to feel as fluid and practical as just the Pip-Boy interface that the game itself has. And that's what I'm feeling now. I'm at the point now where I just kind of want to take this thing off. I think the greatest value it probably had was during the marketing phase of Fallout 4. It was just such a cool idea. People were so excited to immerse themselves in this world that, of course, that sounds amazing because it's one more level of immersion into the world of Fallout. But as far as actually using it in game, I don't find it to be all that enticing or useful. Alright, so now I want to see how this thing plays on the Vita. Okay, at this point I have to interrupt myself from the editing stage. I'm a bit of a newbie to the Vita console, and I didn't notice that there's a little toolbar that you can pull up at any time to get a button guide right down here. So I had trouble figuring out the controls for Fallout 4 while I was recording my trial and error video, but after the fact I discovered that button, learned how all the buttons were mapped out, and my experience was actually really good using the Vita controls. I still discovered that it's definitely not my preferred way to play. There's just something about the way I have to hold the Vita that over time is not as comfortable, of course, as the PlayStation 4 controller. I didn't have any trouble reading any text or just seeing what was going on. So as far as visually, it was really a pretty good experience. So Vita Remote Play would definitely be something that I will go to for this game if, for example, I don't want to be holed up in my office all Saturday afternoon, but I want to just be bumming around on a couch while my boys are playing, just to kind of be in the same room with them. This is definitely a good option. Really surprising because I've played 2 tactical RPGs before this that don't work as well, and this very action-oriented RPG is probably the best Vita Remote Play experience I've had so far. Alright, let's test something out here. Why is she not dead? Oh, they're awake again. How is that? Are you finally dead for real or what? You gonna get up again? What? Are you a zombie now? No, you're totally fine. What is this? Did you forget how to walk around cars? Come on, dude. Come on. Dude, we're following you, okay? Thank you. What? Oh my gosh, do I need to lead us to the town? So I can just go around the environment scrapping all this stuff. Oh my gosh. Can I? Dude, that's cool. Oh, and look at that, it kind of snaps into place. That's cool. Oh, man. I could busy myself with this for a little while. This is insane. This is a whole game here. And I've really liked conceptually the idea of Minecraft, being able to creatively build and stuff. I just couldn't get over the blocky, crappy looking graphics. They are not a novelty to me because I grew up experiencing some of the Atari. I don't need to repeat any of that. It's not cool and retro for me. But the chance to be creative and build an environment to... You people are never going to see me again. These are some of the game experiences that remind me one of the ways in which we are reflections of God. That we are made in His image in some way. That we are creative and we enjoy creating. We enjoy producing. We enjoy being productive. The only time we hate work is when it is hard and strenuous and frustratingly unproductive. But we love producing. We love being useful. And I think experiences like this are an outworking of that built-in desire for us to reflect the creativity of God and how God creates things that are good and useful. And it also serves, I think, as a foreshadow of what life will be like in God's perfected kingdom. When sin is removed, then the frustration of work will be removed, and we will be freed up of interpersonal conflict and other just limitations and stumbling blocks of sin, and we will be able to produce and progress completely unhindered, and it will just be a joy. It will be like a game. It will be better than a game like something Bethesda produces. Okay, so at this point I've decided to go back and restart the game as a female. I was just getting tired of the middle-of-the-road, somewhat bland or safe vocal choices that the actor, I think, had to make as a male actor. I noticed that the female actress has a little bit of a rougher voice. I'm hoping I can get a little bit of an edgier performance out of her that will just be a little bit more interesting. Plus, because the guy starts out with like a military background and she starts out with like a lawyer background. So given her physique and her background, I'd be more interested in seeing her rise up to the challenge that's before her than this other guy who already has a military background and is acting a little bit too nice all the time. I don't know, I've spent a little time with the female version and she seems too flippant at times. I'm a dad, so if my wife was killed and my infant son was kidnapped, I would not be smiling ever until I found that child. So to have such a weighty premise, and then to have the protagonist so kind of flippant and casual at times before that child is found seems strange to me. Are you evil? You are.
Willing to do some work?
What kind of help do you need?
Well, for starters, we could use some real beds.
I'd be glad to help.
Okay.
Yeah, after all, it's not like my wife was shot in the face and my infant son was kidnapped. Happy to help you make some beds. Jeez! Oh, jeez! Oh my gosh! Oh, jeez. Alright, well, I've easily given the game over 5 hours at this point. It's Fallout. It's awesome, you know? Nothing you probably don't know already. The sound design, the wealth of things that you can do and interact with, it's all what makes Fallout Fallout and a really immersive experience. Morality systems in games tend to frustrate me. What the game designers and the writers might call an evil action or a good action, I might completely disagree with. And so I appreciate that the karma/morality system is gone, and now it appears this game is just going to be about you doing things and the world reacting to you. What? I do not like that the protagonists are voice acted. It's not that I dislike that idea foundationally, it's just what it results in this time around. Now maybe in Fallout 5, they'll just have tons of voice actors and tons of different extreme character types that you can choose from so that I can have the kind of role-play experience that I want to have with a really edgy character or a really silly character or whatever. As it stands, the voices are strangely middle of the road, much like BioWare is guilty of doing in their recent RPGs. Absolutely, Fallout 4, like the previous games, excels at you tactically customizing your character and visually, aesthetically customizing your character. But as far as your character's personality, there is almost no choice to be had here. And what does that do? It takes what I think is the intended drama that they're trying to add to this Fallout game, which I applaud them for. It takes all the power and energy out of that potential drama. But at the end of the day, I'm still satisfied because when I play a Bethesda RPG, I don't play it for story. I play it to inhabit this world and just do stuff in this world. To explore, to discover new things, and to see what I can make of myself. It has a cycle that, in my experience in Bethesda RPGs, rarely I should say, leaves me ending a game session with a feeling of closure and satisfaction. I'm always feeling like, oh, I want to stay here and I want to do more. There are moments of satisfaction, but they always seem to lead into the very next quest. And I think that presents a potential danger if we want to, as believers, prioritize our lives for other people. So maybe the coming months would be a good time for me to examine the topic of how much geeking out is too much. I'll give that some thought. In the meantime, please do like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, want more like it, and want to share it with other people. Then I hope you'll join us over at Christian Geek Central as we continue to geek out and seek the truth. Oh my gosh. And now I finally get to turn off the camera and just be alone and play this game for me now. Goodbye, world! ChristianGeekCentral.com